1 Marseille vs Metz, prediction, team news, lineups preview. As fan furor grows once again, Marseille endeavor to end a wretched 4-game winless run when they tackle crisis club Metz at the Orange Velodrome in Friday's Ligue 1 fixture. Les Olympians' troubled season hit another low ebb as they lost 1-0 to strugglers Lyon last time out, while Les Grenats' predicament was not helped by a 2-1 defeat at home to Lorient. Match preview. Marseille may have started the new year as they mean to continue by beating Minos Thionville Lusitanos in the Coupe de France, although that 1-0 success was hardly convincing. And Gennaro Gattuso's men have not been so fortuitous in the weeks that have followed. That slender cup victory represents Les Olympians' only victory in 2024 to date, as either side of Ligue 1 stalemates with Strasbourg and Monaco. Rennes eliminated them from the Coupe de France on penalties, and they cut incredibly toothless figures when faced with a lion-sized test on February 4. Marseille's Choc de Olympique's rivals may be embroiled in a shock relegation dogfight. But Alexandre Lacazette's 10th Ligue 1 goal of the season was enough to propel Les Gonnes to victory, and Gattuso's side did not force opposing goalkeeper Anthony Lopez into a single save on the evening. With their 8-game unbeaten run in Ligue 1 crashing and burning at the Groupama Stadium, Marseille languish in 8th place in the table, 6 points behind Lille in the final Champions League spot and 3 worse off than 6th-placed Lens and Olympians staff fronted up to leaders of supporters groups in a meeting on Tuesday. Discussions were believed to have been amicable in nature, but Marseille have supposedly been warned that future talks will not be so calm should Gattuso's men, unbeaten in 10 Ligue 1 matches on familiar soil, suffer their first top-flight home loss of the season on Friday. Only Nice have also navigated their first 10 Ligue 1 home games of the 2023-24 season without suffering a single defeat, whereas upcoming foes Metz were condemned to their 6th stade Saint-Symphorien reverse of the campaign when relegation rivals Lorient paid a visit in game week 20. It took Didier Lamkelzee just 3 minutes to respond for Laszlo Belloni's side after Mohamed Bamba had propelled Lorient into the lead, but a second-half strike from Panos Katsaris prolonged Metz's misery. Les Grenats head to Marseille on a horrendous 8-game losing streak in all tournaments. Not since coincidentally overcoming Lorient 3-2 at the end of November have Belloni's side avoided a domestic defeat. And while they remain out of the automatic relegation places for the time being, the 16th-placed visitors are now only ahead of Les Merlis on goal difference and 1 point clear of basement boys Clermont. Throughout their 8-game losing sequence, Les Grenats have only shipped multiple goals on 3 occasions, but Belloni's unproductive offensive line have only managed to strike 3 times at the correct end of the field. An average of 1 goal every 240 minutes. Metz could pat themselves on the back for holding Marseille to a 2-2 draw in August, which saw the two sides play out their 5th stalemate from their last 6 games. But not since the start of the 2004-2005 season, when wing wizard Franck Ribéry bagged 2 assists for Les Grenats in a 3-1 win, have the visitors prevailed on Velodrome soil. Team news. 6 of Marseille's 7 Africa Cup of Nations representatives have now traveled home following their eliminations from the competition, but DR Congo captain Chancel Mbemba remains unavailable for domestic duty as his nation prepare to tackle hosts Ivory Coast in the semi-finals. The Olympians' midfield has been ravaged owing to the absences of Valentin Rongier, Geoffrey Kondogbia Muscle and Jordan Vertout unspecified, although the latter 2 are reportedly winning their battles to be fit for Friday's contest. Ismail Assar is also expected to be involved despite a hand injury and could threaten Iliman Ndiaye's spot in the final third, but Bilal Nadir ACL and Amir Murillo Muscle are confined to the treatment room. Meanwhile, Metz have welcomed all 4 members of their AFCON contingent, Kevin van den Kerkhoff, Faye Kand, Ablaye Diallo and Lamine Camara, back to France, and Gambia's Diallo was the only member of the quartet not to feature against Lorient. Should the 25-year-old be given the green light to make his comeback on Friday, Metz will travel south with a clean bill of health, as no players are reported to be nursing any injuries at this juncture. Marseille possible starting lineup. Lopez, Klaas, Gigot, Balerdi, Merlin, Vertout, Kondogbia, Unahi, Sarr, Aubameyang, Harit. Metz possible starting lineup. Ukija, Cullen. Traoré, Cand, Udal, Jacques, Ndorum, Kamara, Asoro, Mikatads, Lamkelze. We say, Marseille 2-0 Metz. Stalemates have been commonplace between Marseille and Metz over the past few years. But Les Olympians would do well to convert 1 point into 3 on Friday, lest they risk the fans' wrath again. Thankfully for Gattuso's men, their visitors' attack has been one of the least threatening in the league all season long. Only Clermont boast a worse offensive record, and Les Olympians should chalk up a couple of strikes en route to a relief-inducing victory. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.